Of course, I can actually use HTML to make it even more attractive, and we can actually do that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say input. First I will say label. Enter your name. Please enter your name. That's fine. And then we give a break. We come out of it, and then we will collect the input. Input type is equal to text. I give an ID is equal to name. That's the best ID. Name. That's fine. So we are collecting the name, and then we will have to give a button event. We will have to give a submit event. Button ID is equal to btn1, and then on click event has to be there. On click is equal to, I'm going to say function 1, and then I say submit. Okay, submit. So when they submit, a click event will be taking place. In other words, the click event will actually trigger the script. So you have to start with function 1, open parenthesis. I'm going to get rid of this where. I don't want this to. I don't want to use where here. I'm going to use the let. I'm happy with the let. So I will say let first name is equal to document dot get element by ID of name, and then we will have to get the value. So I'm getting the value here. After I have got the value, I will have to check. So I'm taking this as 1. I'll take this as the name in the database, right? So this is what is we are actually checking against, and then we will have to have an HTML tag. So the HTML tag has to be present here. I'm going to say h3 id is equal to message, and I'll close it here. I'll probably take the message, and then I'll say let message is equal to document dot query selector of the ID. So you have to capture that, and then we will have to display this in the inner HTML. So it is be message dot inner HTML is equal to access granted. If not, if it fails, I'm going to use this access denied. Please contact your bank. Right, so this is a simple program where which the name is captured using this, and we are taking hold of this tag, and then this is the comparison. So if the actual name is equal to first name, then access granted. If not, it is denied. Okay, so that looks fair enough, and we can save this. And we can go back here and refresh it. So we get this name. Enter your name. I'm going to give space John Bear. Okay, now you will understand one important thing. You see, I'm giving it in lowercase. So what do you think will the solution be? Will the system let me go in, or will the system stop me? Answer this question, because in this case I've given everything in lowercase. If you were to check the code, this is how the code has to be. This is the check we are making. The name should be like this, but we are giving it like this. Will the system allow me in or not? So I'm saying submit. Access denied, please contact your bank. You see that? It did not let me in. Why? Because I have given everything in lowercase. So JavaScript is case sensitive. That is one thing. The second thing is the check that we are making, the comparison, that is also case sensitive. because we have a capital J and a capital B. So I'm going to refresh this. John B A R and a space and a space, two spaces. So now I'm saying submit. You see, access granted. So in reality, actually I have given two spaces in the front and three spaces and a space in the rear. Actually, it should not have given me access, but the name that I'm looking for, that the code is looking for, is absolutely correct. Is the actual name. So that is the reason it has been approved of. That's the best way to say. So I have just mentioned to you now in lowercase and uppercase we need to be a little bit cautious. Say if I'm entering John Bear like this and making submit, you see that? Please contact your bank. It's not letting me in because the comparison that we are actually conducting here, performing here, is case sensitive. On the other hand, let me refresh it and give say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 and say JOHNBEAR, John Bear, and give us three spaces 1, 2, 3 and still say submit. Access granted. You see that? So that is the beauty of this particular method trim. So I have actually explained this method in two ways. One using the display method document.write and other through the HTML. So I would suggest you all to practice the code for this method using the HTML file with the CSS and the JavaScript being placed inside the HTML. So thank you, students.